Hi, this is Aman. Work in silence because when you are starting something, when you are doing your hard work, when you are doing your work, then all your surrounding will not appreciate. The reason is very simple. All around people, they just observe you, they just trying to see whether you are doing right thing or not. If you are doing right thing, they will try to discourage you. If you are doing bad thing, they will try to encourage you. I have seen this in my life. It may not be true in your life, but it is still being in my life, because this is the human nature. Because no matter how close he or she is with you, except your family, whosoever apart from your family is supporting you, it I'm not saying this generalization. Some friends are really great, but still, because this human nature that if someone is doing great, then we feel that I'm not doing good, either I'm not worthy, or many doubts around it. No matter how close or how best friend you are with them person, because it is human interest intrinsic, there is not a problem at anything. That's why people often say that you should work on your silence, because when you are working, when you are nothing at that point of time, you do not need to show anything. You do not need to worry about anything. You just have to work on yourself, because until and unless you will not work on yourself, and you are not gonna make anything better the way you want. And that's why it is mandatory for you or for us to understand this very very clearly, that not telling our plans to people is not that I don't want to tell him or her. It is just the question of our satisfaction. Because if you understand that human are very very intrinsic in nature, that they cannot see to succeed one, and they are getting stuck. So this is the basic problem, because one is growing and one is just stuck, they are not doing great thing. And that's why this is often, and many I have feel to my some other brothers. Of course, there is no doubt this is the human nature, and I'm not jealous to them. I'm just working on my silence. The reason was very simple, because if I told my best friend that I'm working on that thing, probably I will work for some days, some hour, or some months, but after a long hour, I will quit. The reason is very simple, because whatever I'm doing, my friend constant, whenever we talk constantly, he mentioned that thing, that then I reply that I'm doing good, or either I spoke to him false, I would say no, either I'm telling the truth. And in this way, whenever you are doing something, and when someone asks continuously about thing, then you have a constant pressure that you are doing this and now it's time, because you are not getting the result, then you are thinking now it's time to quit this. Because this happens to me, and that's why I'm telling to you. And that's why everyone say that you should work on your silence, because when you are working in silence, there is no one around you, there is nobody to ask you what is going in whether you are getting success or not, whether you are proceed further or not. It is no question, it is just the question until it is just the question of how much time energy I'm putting in that work, and how close I am to achieve that target. That's matter. Because the constant fear of losing, fear of judgment, fear of failing from the society, because the work you are doing, nobody knows what you are doing. If you fail, nobody will know what you are doing. And that's why it is no fear of failure, because if you fail, nothing happens, nobody knows what I was doing. If you succeed, everyone will know, and that's fact. And that's why it is very important for us as an individual to understand, at least if you are very close to that any person. Just I am one of my friend who is with me from the class 7th. We are still together, we are very close friend, there is no doubt about it. But when I started this kind of recording video or the practice English, I didn't tell him. It's not because that I don't want to tell him, it's just the question of, because if I tell him that I am practicing English, because I have enough time, extra time to do this extra activity apart from my studies, but he is lacking in studies. If I have told him that I'm starting this thing, probably I would not have come this way. Probably I will stop after 10 days, 20 days, because the constant, when we talk right now, when we are talking, we are not talking about this feature, I'm recording or not, today I record or not. I'm not talking about this, he don't know. But if I have told him, then constantly he's asking, he monitors my progress, he sees my progress, everything he sees. He just observe. Of course, he's not jealous me. I'm not saying this. He's jealous to me. There is no jealous because he's very good to me. But the question remains silent. He should always ask that why I'm not doing. He's getting better, but I am not, because my objective is different, because I'm trying to do things in my own way. I want to be fluent in English as the way he want, but his priority is not more to English, because he want to get a job. He's preparing for competitive exam like me. I'm also preparing. I'm not saying that I'm not preparing, but because I have enough time to do many extra things like this, that's why I'm able to do. But he, I think, lacks time because he's doing something great in studies. That's why he always try to study hard. And if I'm told him, because probably after 10 days I'm doing constantly and my English is getting improved, and one day he will start that same thing. It's not that he wants, because his priority is not number one to learn English speaking specifically, but his priority to getting a job or cracking any competitive exam. But because he will compare to me that I am doing this, that's why he should do, and he will start. When he will start, there is nothing bad in starting, but probably after starting this, he might get distracted in his studies, because there is a consequence of doing anything. And because I have luxury of time, he has no, because he has plenty of things to do. I do not have do anything apart from my study. I do not have even, I'm not going even market. So I'm entirely dedicated to my studies, because I can't study 18 hours a day. There is no need to study. That's why I have plenty of time. But he is doing plenty of things apart from his studies, like he's taking coaching, he's teaching to children, he's doing in many things. He's going regular college, I'm not going. So he has a plenty of things. That's why I keep secret to him. Yeah, of course, yesterday I told him, because it's enough journey and there is no harm to me right now, because I'm seeing clearly progress. When you are progressing, there is no, and of course I know he's very supportive. He will support me. He will never discourage to me. There is no question of discouraging him, discouraging to me. There is not even a question. He's more dedicated to me than I. But still, because we are human, we have this phenomena that if, because we have grown almost together, because from the last 9 or 10 years we are also known, we shared many things. So if one is growing and one is stuck, of course it seems he is not learning in his study, but he's still learning. But he sees that I'm able to speak English now very well, not very well, but comparison to him, I'm better than him. So he will think he's getting progress, I'm not getting, because this perception I'm getting, he's not getting. He will try to do these things. He might lose his time because he has not too much time. So he might lose his studies not very well. So that's why I didn't tell him. And working in secret is very different kind of mode. There is nobody knows, so there is no fear of failure, because if you fail, nobody knows. That's it. Okay, I'm not doing nothing. And that's the advantage. When you do not have fear of failure, then you are doing just things the way you want to do, because no matter if you don't do, no, nothing matters. If you are doing, it matters, because one day it is a chance to get succeed in this thing. But if you are not doing, you're certain that you are not getting succeed. So that's the whole point today I want to try to make here. I hope you will find some insight in this talk. I'm not sure how many words I speak very correctly in when we talking about correctly in terms of grammar. I do not know how my English is right now. I do not know how my communication is skill right now. How I speak word, how I pronounce the word, I do not know, because I'm not watching these videos back. The reason is very simple, because I don't want to watch my videos, because I think I am speaking too boring. That's why I'm not listening, because somebody suggests me, because I told him, I told her that I always fear to watch my video back. Then she told me, it's okay, don't watch, just record, just upload it on, don't watch back again, because if you are fearing, don't watch. Because if you watch again, and you will find that your voice is not good, because it is strange to your ears, then you will discourage, you will try to fix your voice. And even though your voice is good, she told me to me, and that's why I'm just doing things the way I want. So thank you so much.